Alright guys, so I decided to do a video, and this video is going to be about how fast am I in the third dimension. This video is going to be titled, How Fast Am I in the Third Dimension? Might be a little bit of a silly video title, but I thought it'd be quite creative to do a video like this. So what this basically is basically how fast I am with WCA 3D puzzles. And why I'm doing this video is because I have not done any speed cubing, any WCA puzzle for like 5 years now. Like I haven't actively in ages. Like literally it's been 5 years and like I have not done it in ages. I might have done it with a bit earlier with the other SB Evan, but it's literally been a long time. Let's go and get all my WCA puzzles out. So we got that, we got that, we got that, we got that, and we have that. Alright, now you might think they've got stickers on them. Well, literally that's how old I am, except for the square one because I actually bought that recently. I haven't really cubed with these puzzles, or speed cubed with these puzzles for ages. It's been ages since being out of the cubing scene, so then that's why I moved to hypercubing, because I thought it'd be more interesting. But still, I still kind of have it in the, in the background. What I'm going to do is I'm going to solve each puzzle. I'm going to time myself. With these puzzles, I might time lapse the 5, the 6, and I mean maybe just time lapse the 6 and the 7, because these puzzles literally take me that long to solve. Anyways, what I'll also be doing is I'll be doing the puzzle, give a brief overview of what it is in 4 dimensions, because we're now in 3 dimensions, and I know this is 3-dimensional as well. Like literally it's still 3-dimensional, there's no such thing as 4 dimensions, right? But I like to call this the 4-dimensional 2x2 because it just, it's literally a 4-dimensional 2x2 but in 3 dimensions. But I'm only going off the 3D WCA original puzzles. I'm just going to do just these events. I'm not going to like do blind or FMC. It's just going to be these ones. So yes, anyways, let's start with the first puzzle. Move these aside. I'm going to start with 2x2. Now, the 2x2, the 4D equivalent to the 2x2 is the 2x2x2x2, or the 2 to the 4, which is essentially this in 3 dimensions. 2 to the 4 tesseract it's a tesseract with 8 cubular 2x2x2 sides. So this whole side is regarded as, this whole 2x2 is regarded as one side with one color, and there's 8 of them. Yeah, so that is the 4D equivalent to the 2x2. I'm going to go ahead and give it a scramble. It's going to be a hand scramble because I just want to do hand scrambles at the moment. That's reasonably scrambled enough. We give it a solve, and let's see what time I get. Yeah, I guess we can start. Ugh. Oh, not bad, not bad, not bad. 8 seconds, I never thought I would get that. It's a lucky case. I think I was around that maybe when I was actually actively, maybe I was 6, I can't remember. But that is the 2x2. Next one up, 3x3. In 4D, this is a 3 to the 4, or 3x3x3x3. And like the 2x2, it has 8 cubular 3x3x3 sides, so this whole 3x3 is one whole side on the 4D tesseract 3x3, and it will contain one color. So this whole 3x3 would contain one color, it'd be like a force cube essentially, and there'll be 8 force cubes on the tesseract. So that is the 4D equivalent to the 3x3, and I'm going to do a solve, so I'll scramble. Done. Alright, let's see this one. Inspection, I guess. Bit of a long inspection, but whatever. Oh. Oh, I think I feel a coolant twist coming up. No, cool. Ugh. 30 seconds, and that's a 3x3. That is a 3x3, and I did it in 30 seconds. So, I mean, not sort of okay. I think actively when I was doing it, I was about 20, 28 maybe. Actually no, I think I can't remember, about 38 or 28, but that is the 3x3. Now, 4x4, equivalent to a 4-dimensional 4x4, 4 to the 4 actually, 4 to the 4 to the power 4, 4x4 by 4x4, a 4 to the 4 tesseract. And like I said, with all these puzzles here, there's 8 sides, or 8 force cubes, and each force cube is a whole 4x4 connected, all interconnected with the other 8 or the other 7 force cube 4x4s. So we're going to give this a scramble. Fully scrambled 4x4 or 4 to the 3. I like to call them 4 to the 3s. So let's give it a solve. Long inspection, but whatever. Time is 2:28.36, and I think that was the time I actually used to get when I was actively doing it, because I wasn't really that great at 4x4. So now the cubes are going to get longer, so I might do 5x5 and then time that. Cubes are getting bigger now, so we're going to 5x5. The 40 equivalent of a 5x5 is a 5 to the 4 tesseract, or 5x5 by 5x5. It has 8 sides, and each of the sides is a whole 5x5 by 5, a 5x5 by 5 cube instead of a 5x5 square. 8 5x5 by 5 force cubes. That makes up the tesseract. So there's a walkthrough in my channel with a 5 to the 4 tesseract walkthrough solve that I did, and going to give it a solve. So 5x5, here we go. Oops, turned it off. My bad. That's right there. There we go. Now, 4:30. Oh wow, yeah. I think I used to be about under 3:30 when I was doing it actively. So I did a few 5x5 when I was doing it actively. I think I was about 3:30, 3:40 sometimes. So that is 5x5, 6x6, and 40. This is like all the other cubes. 6x6 by 6x6, or 6 to the 4 tesseract. Each side will be a whole 6x6 cube with one color, and there's 8 of them, 8 cells. And yeah, so that is 46x6. If you notice, there's all the pictures down there as well, so you can look at the 40 equivalents as well. I'm going to give this a hand scramble. This is going to be time lapsed because it's going to take far too long, and I don't want to make it too long for you guys. Alright, I reckon that's good enough. Okay, 6x6 is scramble. Now it's going to be time lapsed, so I'm going to do my inspection and then start the time lapse. So, there we go. Ready, set, time lapse. Alright, 707. Yeah. 6x6 I don't do much, I guess. Or I haven't done any of these puzzles much. But yeah, I never really practiced much. I guess that was the time I got when I was actively doing it. Around about 7 to 6 minutes. Now this big cone right here, this is a 7x7. This in 40 is a 7 to the 4 tesseract, or a 7x7x7x7. All the sides, which are a cubular 7x7x7 cube, so all of this is one whole side on the 7x7x7x7 tesseract. And so then there's 8 of them, and they're interconnected with each other. So I'm going to give this a scramble. This will also be time lapse because this is definitely not going to be a full scramble, full solve, because I don't want to bore you guys out or anything. So I'm going to give it a nice scramble. Okay, I scrambled 7x7 and we're going to solve it. But at the time it goes out, that means, you know, I think yeah. If the timer goes out, then I think we'll just, you know, it's over 10 minutes. So let's just solve this and see how fast we can get with it. So start timer, it'll be time lapse as well. So ready, set, time lapse. State max gone off, so we know that it's over 10 minutes. I'll go for skewb. Now, 40 equivalent for skewb, it's mentioned a lot, but there's no such thing at the moment. In this point in time, there's no such thing as a 4-dimensional skewb. There's no such thing as of yet. Not sure if there will be in the future. It could be, but anyways, we'll scramble this up. This is probably going to be a very bad solve, but it'll be okay. I haven't done this puzzle. I haven't done any of these puzzles in ages. Inspection and start. It has been a long time. Okay, so, oh, it's nice. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. 17 seconds. That's for skewb. I can't remember what, I didn't do much skewb when I was actively speed cubing, so I think that's a pretty good, reasonable time. I'm going to go for clock now. Now for clock, there's actually there's not really a 4-dimensional equivalent, there's a dimensional up step. Since this is like, I guess this is like a 2D face, right? There's been talk on a 3D clock, where each of the dials are spheres instead of discs like this, and each sphere so this is like a 3x3 arrangement here, I guess the next dimension up for this would be a 3x3 cube of spheres, of 27 spheres. There will be 8 pins, so the 8 pins in the middle. There'll be 8 dials on the outside of those spheres, and I guess they will rotate, instead of like this, they'll rotate X, Y, Z. So I mean, it's been mentioned before about a higher, I guess the 3D clock. Quite interesting, but I don't think it has been made yet. So that is next dimension up analogy for clock, which is not really 4D, I think it's a 3D clock. So you can kind of see this. Well, this is still 3D, but like, you know, I mean, technically speaking, it's like in a way 2D in a way, I don't know. But let's go ahead and give this a scramble. I'm going to turn this flip over, do some on the other sides. I don't know, blah 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 blah. So enough, I might just do that and call it there. Alright, so clock. I guess oh, that was not good. Well, this is whoa. Oh well. Haven't done this in a while. There we go. Oh, there we go. And then let's see. Yeah, cool. 27 seconds. Didn't quite see the timer there, but 27 seconds for the clock. Now, I don't know, I can't remember what time I got with clock. I think it was around about sub 20, something like that. I think I was sub 20 at clocks on stage when I was actively speed cubing. So yeah, that's the clock over there. Now we have the pyraminx. Now there is a 4-dimensional energy equivalent to a pyraminx. That is a simplex, and that, since this is 4 sides, it's called the 5 cell. And what that is, I'm actually sort of solving it at the moment a little bit. Each side is a full tetrahedral cell. So this whole cell would be like a forced pyraminx, and there'd be 5 of them. And that's is called the simplex. And there's 5 cells. There's also a physical version that I think a guy called Mark, don't know his last name, he's designed it. And it's really interesting. So the 4-dimensional energy of a pyraminx is a 5 cell, so basically 5 forced pyraminxes in this 4-dimensional shape that all are connected to each other, and they rotate. And like I said, all the puzzles in 4 dimensions rotate 3-dimensional, so they will rotate like this. Cubes will rotate the same similar way, it will rotate like that instead of the layer turns. So that is the 4-dimensional equivalent of a pyraminx. So I'm going to scramble this up and give it a solve. One done. Okay, right, here we go. Pyraminx solve. Whoa. Wow. Yeah. This has been a long time. I solve pyraminx quite weirdly, so don't judge. Oh, don't know if that's a plus. No, it's not +2. But that's 23 seconds right there. And that is a pyraminx. Pretty simple. Alright, this is megaminx. This guy right here, there is a 4-dimensional equivalent to a megaminx. That is the 120 cell. So there is 120 cells on a 40 megaminx. So basically all the cells megaminx, so a whole megaminx of one color is a cell on the 120 cell. And there's 120 of them in this 40 shape. They're all connected with each other, and they would rotate like this kind of thing, you know, kind of rotations like that instead of layer rotations. And there will be basically 120 colors on it, or 120 sides, which is in 40 called cells. So megaminx, to scramble something like that. I think we're good. All right, so that's a megaminx. So let's solve this megaminx, and I'm going to time myself. I don't know how fast I'll be, but I don't think I'll be as long as the 7x7. So let's give this a solve. Oops. Sometimes the timer can be out of frame. I'm sorry for that, but as long as I show the time at the end, should be good. Don't judge, I don't know full last layer or anything, I'm just solving it like this. Ah, 512, man. Oh, that's megaminx. I think I was about maybe like 340 on megaminx, like actively, and that was 5 minutes and 12 seconds. All-time favorite, the square one. There's no 40 equivalent of this, like the skewb. It hasn't been made, and I don't think it can be made. But you never know. But there's no 40 square one, and it's been said a lot. And so I'm gonna give this a solve. I was really active on square one back in the day. I think my fastest time was 11 seconds, which was pretty fast. I don't know how I managed to pull it off. I think it was just a lucky scramble. So I'm probably just going to give it I'll just give a few cube shape movements first. I don't know how fast I am now. And then I'm going to give some cube shape twists. Scrambling square one, I always use algorithmic scrambles. I think that'll be good. Yep, right, we'll start off with this, which is quite a weird shape. I see, yeah, now I remember. Oh. Okay, it's not right. 27. Not that great. I used to be about 23, 25 most of the time. And that is all my WCA puzzles. It was a long journey. So yeah, more of a cool video because I haven't done, oh no, my sticker base to the fore. It's just, yeah. I forgot to mention this one back here. This is sticker based to the fore, or impractical to the fore, which I don't really use because it's just too hard to know all the moves. But back onto 3D. Here is all my WC puzzles. I managed to solve all of them to show you what I'm like now with my speed solving. That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This little kind of cool video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.